Guess what? I'm back in my house. And boy, do I have to show you my plants. It's been a bit since I gave you a little house tour. And this one's going to be very interesting because I've been gone and left my plants for 3 months. So I wanted to go around and give you a quick view so we can see how our plants fared without me for 3 months. Hopefully I didn't lose all of my collection. Let's go and check it out. Look. So this is my living room plants, and I'm very excited to see green. This is just a little quick overview of my living room, and as you guys know, I have plants all over. I have plants over there. I have more plants than ever inside because it is winter. So I had some of my friends bring some plants in, plants that I usually keep in my front porch and in my back porch. Patio area indoors. For example, all of this little cacti section usually goes in my front porch. I normally don't have it here, guys. But when it's winter, we must make some sacrifices and live together. But let's get started. Right here, look at this gorgeousness. This one usually lives in my back carport shaded area. And look at this beauty. It is alive and green and gorgeous. Right over here, my little cacti, and basically cacti. There is some succulents here, but most of them are cacti. And look at this one. It's gone purple. I wanted this one because it usually can turn purple, but mine was not purple. I had bought it not too long ago, maybe this summer, and it was green. It's called the Blue Monstrose, something like that. And look, it definitely has a lot of sun stressing. Isn't it cool? And it's grown. Oh, I'm so excited to see this. Oh, look, this one has little seed pods. It had them before I left, but they've grown longer. All of these look good. Now, okay, as I show you guys, I'm not gonna name each one of them. This one's looking yellow. This is a domino cacti. And you should be green. It was not as green like it should be when I left, but it definitely got more yellow. What I told my friends, I had 2 different friends come and water my plants, and I told them these not to water them, but every maybe 3 weeks, or check on them. Okay, this one's not doing good, but this one was also a little dehydrated before I left. I don't know, I could never get the watering of this one straight, but this one's not doing that great. This is my string. What is this? A string of spades, and it's kind of like missing a lot of leaves, but that's okay. My Haworthia here is doing good. Look at this beautiful what is one? Towering jade, something like that. Look how gorgeous, and it's gonna flower. Okay. Overall, doing pretty good. This one looks a little dehydrated, but not bad. Okay. Oh, look, I still have this is my variegated epiprenum, and it's growing out more leaves. That one looks good. And these were actually in my front porch normally, but look at this. This Calancholi, oh, gorgeousness, guys. I got this one in the Black Friday deals last year. Look at these 3 plants, or 3 pots. They came together, 3 for like, I don't know. I ended up getting them really cheap. Like once they were on clearance. So I think I got 3 of them for $10. My roadkill cacti, I am so excited I bought these because look, it's grown a lot. I mean, when I bought it, it might have been like this last year, and look how big it is. So you guys wanted to know about cacti, they grow kind of fast. This one's doing pretty good, and this one's gotten such beautiful coloring from being in my front porch this summer. But look, it shot up the stem, and it's gonna flower. This was not here when I left 3 months ago, so this is exciting. Super exciting. Back here I have my silver sword philodendrons. I have this one that's the narrow form, And then this one that's the wide form. Now the leaves look green, but you see that? That's a lot of spider mites. Gross. See, the leaves have not been cleaned. So this one is definitely going to need some treatment, some help. But the leaves overall are still green. Okay, so this one's not doing that great. This is my Caladium Santhosama with an X it starts the name. This one has definitely some browning, but it's still alive. It can still be revived. Have to just cut some of that brown. Yay, I still have my Variegated. This one was one of the plants I was worried about losing because I revived it basically from a node and I didn't want to lose it. And it's still alive. Look, it's going to give it a leaf for December. Awesome. And I was afraid spider mites were going to get to it, but I don't really see spider mites. I'm going to still finally treat it because it's really close to the other one that had spider mites. My Monstera dubii. Look at it growing. It's not really attached to the moss pole that I gave it. And I propagated this one a lot before I left. I'll have to show you the cuttings. Monstera Stanleyana, it's here. This one has struggled with spider mites in the past, so I wouldn't be surprised it has some, but overall looking good and growing like crazy. And we have a lot of little leaf of flower droppings from this one. It's my DS70 Briturnii, Hoya, and looks good. This is related to the African. Which one's this one? It's a peperomia that I bought, guys. What is it? It's called something cloud. Remember, guys? I don't know if you guys see my videos. You saw when I bought this one. I had never seen it before, and it's looking good. This one's been an easy plant. This is my my Birkin, pink Birkin, which I did want to show you guys. Let's see, this is a new leaf. It never really got pink. It's just when it comes out, it's kind of like that reddish, pinkish tone in the back, but it doesn't really give you a green leaf. Now this was in my outside patio. They brought it in for me, and this is doing really good. This Hoya, ginormous. I don't see mealybugs. That's great. Oh, yay! I'm so excited to see this one because this is one that I did not want to lose. It's my, where's the name? My Warrock Cananium Anthurium. And I've been struggling with this one. But it has baby leaves. But yeah, I didn't want to lose that one. My Hoya Hindu Rope is doing good. This Variegated is no more leaves, but it's still a green stem. So we can revive that. My string of turtles. So basically, I'm gonna start telling you a little bit. This is called the Cononanthe, but there's another word to it, and I just remember that one. Look, this one makes a mess too, but it flowers, and it's just so cute with the little round leaves. Wonderful. Look, this one's flowering. DS70. Hoya, these flower a lot, and it's December. Hoya Curtisia is doing good. They would come water my plants every week and a half, and this one was in my back patio. This is Alocasia Black Velvet. No, Black Velvet. No, it's not a Black Velvet. Black Velvet, smaller leaves. It's been such a long time that I bought this one. I totally forgot. It's an alocasia, but it just has those bigger leaves. It's not as suede as the Black Velvet. Look at my red emerald. It's still kicking all the way to the roof. Doing great. So I would tell them to please use the water meter, as you see here, when they would come water the plants. Like they would come every week and a half. So I told them, don't just automatically water the plants. Come and measure them. Make sure they need water. Like this one right here, you see it's on measuring on the dry side. So then this one would get a watering. And look at this, my Gloriosum. I really didn't want to lose my Gloriosum. Now there is some yellow in here. These are the older leaves. But spider mites, I'm checking. See a little bit of webbing. You see that? Just a little bit of webbing. So I need to take care of that, but there's not a big infestation. So yeah, I think there is a little bit of spider mites, but not an infestation. I think this is not due to spider mites. This one has some kind of markings that are kind of weird. And I almost feel like this could have been overwatered. And it's like that puffiness that it can get when it's overwatered. But it's going to be okay. My Siltepecana. There is some yellowing leaves. It was already losing some leaves here and there. But look, overall it's good. It's all the way to the floor. So that's not bad. Okay, so another one's very important not to lose is this elbow that I found randomly, right, in my local nursery. And it's produced more variegation, and it's really perky and happy. That's awesome. My string of hearts is really perky and happy. Right over here, we have my micans, and look at this. Philodendron, Golden Goddess, and Thai Sunrise. There's 2 plants in here. Guys, this plant, I almost gave it away. I bought it a few years ago, and I'm so glad I didn't, from Costa Farms Trending Tropicals, because look what a pop it does of life. Micans, my Rantianum looking great. My Philodendron Metitii. This is another Gloriosum, but this was the Verde one, and there is a little bit of yellowing, but not too bad. My Moonlight Trubii, Scindapsus, gotta do some cleaning. That's okay. And this is a propagation. And we have lots of propagations and imported plants in here. Seems like my little water fountain stopped working. There's water in the bottom, but not like draining. But that's okay. And again, these are a lot of little pink princess propagation. Red emerald propagation, some that I received from Costa Farms. I can't see all the way back there. This one doesn't seem to have a plant anymore. Oh, this is my staghorn fern. I love it. But we see a little bit of browning, but that's okay. We can work with that. And look, I still have my Magnificum. Okay, very nice. And there's a silver blush. Are looking great. And this is what is this? A Paraíso Verde or Jose Bueno, one of those two. I get them confused. Got from Asia before I left. This is one that was struggling and it didn't make it. I don't know what it is. That one still has a little bit of green. And I really don't know what it is right now. But I'm not gonna complain. I'm very happy to see that, guys. Coming back has made me realize how much I love plants. I was one of the things, I was having a great time in my trip in Spain, but I was missing my plant babies. So I'm so excited to see them again. And right over here, I have a little bit more plants that some of them were in my front porch, have been brought back in. And again, I have a little more plants than what I would like to have. And one of the plants here, very important, special, is my Splendid. Hi, Splendid. I wish I wouldn't have bought it because I paid too much for it. And it's been slow and it hasn't been as amazing as I thought. But it's okay. I'm happy I haven't lost it. Right over here, I have, this is my variegated string of hearts. So pink, pink, pink. It was in my front yard, my porch, and it's been brought in for the winter. My elbow epiprenum, doing pretty good. See, like again, yay! Look, this is my variegated, what do you call it? Man, I haven't said plant names in a long time. Burl Marks, variegated. Woo, it's coming back, it's coming back. Wonderful. And this one, man, I was in the front porch, brought it in. That's why this is so like worn down with the seasons and stuff, the weather. This is one that I got at Walmart, guys. It's gorgeous. This was a great buy because it was like $8 at Walmart, and I've had it for about 2 years now, and it keeps. Oh, that pink is so pretty. It's like a euphorbia. And this is, you know, a grafting, 2 different plants in one. And it's even growing there. So amazing. I love my cacti, guys. Going back right over here, my little hairy ones, my blue one, I love them. I had something here and obviously it's gone. Don't even know what it was. Smart vanilla orchid. And this here, I remember that it was getting very long and tall and lanky before I left it. It's still alive. My tenue, philodendron tenue. Okay, so let's go to the kitchen. Okay, look at this giant monster. This is my huge Monstera Deliciosa that I got from Lowe's in a clearance for $5 and about a year and a half ago, and it's grown and grown and it's gorgeous. And because it's so big, I usually do keep it in my back patio area, but it's got to come in because it's like below freezing out there. Okay, well, my Thai constellation, this leaf is gorgeous. The plant is still alive, but it did suffer some. We have a little bit of browning, but you know what? It's pretty common with these variegated plants. So I'm not complaining. I'm overall happy it didn't die with root rot, you know? So I really told my friends, you know, measure this one. Make sure you measure it with a water meter. Don't, you know, you see, this is what I did. I left little plastic little catcher things here. So it doesn't have so much space. So that way it would never have too much water standing on there. So I'm really excited that I didn't lose this beautiful Thai constellation. I did a video about how this one was having root rot and how it was saved. Some of you guys have seen it. It's been one of my videos has been watched a lot because a lot of people suffer with that. My princess, my princess, I've had it in my collection for about 2 years. I think that's a new leaf. That's almost a half pink. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. My princess. Love the leaves. Love them. My plant wall, guys. Time to show you guys how it's doing. It's been a bit, right, since I showed you guys. Did a video also on how I did this plant wall, and I really don't regret it. It's become what I wanted it to become, a waterfall of plants. And yes, overall, they're doing great. You see, they're perky, they're happy. I even have an anthurium over there to the right. But all right, what one plant is suffering, let's get close to it. This one is like, it's like a lacunosa Hoya. You see that? This is the one that does stand out. And I don't know. Ooh. Okay, we're making a mess. It's okay. We had to do this. Gotta bring it and check it out and see what's going on. Yeah. See, it's catching water there. Maybe because it did have this. I did have it in this catch pot. I told them don't get them off the shelves because it would be too much work for them to get them off the shelf. So I kind of took a risk, and I would just. It was very risky, guys, but I did. I told them just water it for about 15 seconds, and just because I calculated how much seconds it would take to water it where the soil would get wet, but it wouldn't keep a lot of excess water. So that's basically kind of what I told them, you know, just when in doubt, underwater than overwater, because these were not going to let any excess water flow out. But again, I have too many plants where my friends would take them to like a sink or somewhere else and let the excess water drain out. So basically that was what I told them. And for the most part, they fared well. So like I said, I took some risks, but I'm really excited to see. Let's go to the bathroom now. I love my jungle bathroom. And let's take a look at the plants. This is my my splash scandapsus, and it's looking really nice. It's happy. Then we have here my fiddle leaf, which is the one that got me started with plants. I got this one at Aldi's for like $12, and it's not in the best location, but it's still alive. And right over here, guys, check this out. help but just stare at this beautiful color of flowers popping out. This is, I don't know the Latin name, but I know everybody knows it by the Christmas cactus just because it flowers in December. And it's flowering for me. I bought this one last year. It's my first one, guys. So it's the first time that it reflowers, you know, being in my home. So I'm in love with this. I think I want to get the other one that's called like the Easter cactus because it has a different type of flower and it flowers in spring. My variegated Hindu rope is there. My mini Monstera is crawling up the wall and it has not lost basically no leaves that I see. Right over here I do have a Hoya Princess and this one is infested with mealybugs. Infested. If you get grossed out quickly, you might not want to look at this. But this is the bad part about owning plants is when you have to deal with this. Honestly, I applied a lot of systemic before I left. Dr. Bonner's systemic that was supposed to help with mealybugs before I left. I've cleaned out a lot of the leaves before I left. So it's not a surprise that it has mealybugs because it had some before I left. But it just, infestation got big. I'm definitely going to have to repot this, change the soil, and retreat it. But overall, the plant is alive, so that's not bad. Another bedroom, and I have here a Ficus Audrey, and it's been slow, but it's, look, it didn't lose any leaves. Yay, a little propagation station. And look, they even took care of refilling it with water because I'm sure it would have dried up in 3 months. My Philansonii Hoya. And then this gorgeous plant. I actually had not shown this plant to you all, and I've had it for months. I kept wanting to make a video and I never did before I left. I found this in my local nursery. It's a type of goldfish plant, and it's called something jam something. What is it called? I have to look it up, the name. But look, it has red in the back. It feels really thick like a Hoya. And I've propagated it a lot before I left. And it's doing great. My giant, beautiful monster. Oh, gorgeous. Right over here, my red marantha. This one's been very slow, but it's alive. Yay. Let's go on to the other side over there. Crocodile fern. This one was outside, came inside. It's been having browning leaves while it was outside, so no surprise there. I still haven't been able to figure out what happens to these ferns, why they get this. I've treated it for fungus, but it's continued. Right over here is my Ficus Taniki, and I've had this one for a couple of years. She's gorgeous. Look, a leaf is going to come out. Gorgeous, gorgeous Ficus. Probably one of my favorite ones. Right over here, this was usually up in this little plant stand here, but to make it easier for my friends to come and water them, they were brought to other areas, put it here on this desk so it could be easier for them to water and they don't have to climb on the bed like I usually do. Right over here is my philodendron micans, and it's looking kind of shabby from the top, but the bottom here looks really good. You see? That looks good. Also was usually on the shelf room, guys. Here it is. A lot of the plants that were on these shelves were also brought over there to the right just because it's harder to reach over here. I have my Hoya carrii, and it's doing good. And one of the plants that's not doing good is this Hoya linearis, and it's a little sad because this is from Plantarina and it was not the cheapest. It has mealybugs. All this part is basically dead, but down here this part's green. So I don't know if it was an overwatering, underwatering thing. There is mealybugs, but I don't think that killed it because it's not a big infestation. So yeah, I'm gonna make a decision. I'm thinking of chopping it because all of this is just doesn't seem like it's giving any water to the bottom. So I'm thinking of propagating it. Let me know what you guys suggest. My Hoya obovata is looking good. Hoyas are pretty troopers. They're not that hard. This has been brought from the outside in. It was in my front porch. Little bristol propagations. A little succulent arrangement. Look at that ruby. necklace flowering, gorgeous. These were in my front porch too, have been brought in. They're so cute, these little blue cacti. And check this out. It is growing up the wall. This is Cebu Blue Pothos. Gorgeous. And this is a type of Raphida forma, and I forgot the second word to it. It has tiny little leaves, these little runners. Okay, and orchids up here, and a lot of different plants. Oh, this one's doing good. I think I had a lot of mealybugs before I left. It has a few, but not terrible. Australis Lisa, Hoya, Philodendron. Hope Propagation is doing good. I'm feeling my fishtail Hoya doing pretty good. I do see mealies here and there, a few of them. Very nice. My doxtail cacti, so cute. I love it. I think I see some pink propagation, some pink sunstress. My linearis here, this one's doing good, but this one's not doing good. See, linearis did not do very well. I think might have been an underwatering thing, just because the leaves are thinner, so they're more delicate. My Cuprii alocasia is doing good. New leaves come in, wonderful. Wouldn't be surprised. That one definitely needs a dusting. My variegated Swiss cheese Monstera. Forgot the proper name for it, but I go by the common names, guys. That's what I decide to do. This is the Hindu rope that I'm sure has mealybugs. We have some pink princesses here. Got a lot of leaves that need to be cleaned off. My pink splash syngonium hasn't been as exciting as I thought it would be, to be honest with you. And but this was exciting. This is my burrow's tail, and it is, look at it, luscious. This was outside my back porch area, and they brought it in, so it'll be here for the winter. Another little princess here, gorgeous. And this one is I don't know if it's a magnificum. It's okay. It's a type of an anthurium. It's either the regal or the magnificum. I think this was the magnificum, and it has a lot of browning, but it is winter. As long as the main plant node is still alive, we have hope. My Hoya Bella, and there is browning here, but another part that's nice and green, so that's okay. And another Scindapsus Splash. It's actually growing all the way to the floor. And this Neon Pothos was, I believe, outside. Oh no, it was actually on that shelf over there. And it's now here. Okay, so I have a lot of propagations that I left, and I was checking them, and I have not watered them since I got here, and they're moist. And they're La Jolla propagations, and this is my dubii, Monstera dubii propagations. Small little leaves, but it's alive. It might have a little too much water, but it's still alive, so maybe I can work with this. Propagations. Yeah, this was complicated because, you know, they trap water, and if you overwater them, it's easy that it's going to be that can get root rot. But hey, overall, they're alive. So yes, this is pretty exciting. Let's go to another part of my kitchen. This is right beside my kitchen sink, and I've done a little video how I did these little cookie racks, and I just kind of with copper wire have hang different little small pots, and look, they all look pretty good. A million hearts. That's variegated. Oh, it's gorgeous. Let me show you now the other side. The other side to the right, and I'm missing some pots, but here they are, my string of tears and lacunosa, I believe, syngonium, doing okay. Lithops, they're still alive. I can't believe it, and I can definitely see a difference. They've like grown a new one. You know how they kind of shoot out from the middle and the old one dies and the new one comes out. I don't know how to describe it perfectly, but if you have one of these, you know what I'm talking about. Yep, new ones were born. So cute. It's a big little Begonia maculata is also sitting here beside my kitchen sink. And this one was small when I left, but there's a little browning, but it's okay. We can still work with this and recuperate it. Another little Scindapsus. This one's been a very slow grower, but it's still alive. My Hoya Sunrise. I actually brought it from the plant room because I couldn't stand it, and I brought it right over here because I got to work on it. This one is infested with mealybugs. Before I left, it already had some, and I definitely need to take it out of its pot and really give it a nice washing and then spraying it and new soil. But it's beautiful. If you see it from far away, this beautiful sun stressing, and this has grown quickly. It's been a quick grower. This was brought from my porch from the outside, and it's a little cacti arrangement. And look at this one. How from one side is like blue, and the other side is purple from the sun stressing. I love sun stressed plants, and these are the cacti. You can see it. It's so cute. My variegated peace lily. It has a little bit of browning, you know, because these cannot be left, can't dry out, and a week and a half might have been a little too long for it, but hey, I'll just cut off the brown leaves and it's gonna look like new. Show you one of my Peruvian cacti that I'm in love with. This one here to the right. When I bought it, it was about this size about 2 years ago. No, a year and a half ago. It wasn't the summer, but the summer before. For $12, I bought these two. Just repotted it here. And look how much it's grown, okay? Check it out. Check it out, check it out, check it out. It's basically reaching almost my ceiling. It's grown a big chunk while we were gone in 3 months. Good chunk like that. So this is like a fast grower. I'm 5'3" and I'm about this height right here. So this is a good 6.5 feet. This was a great $12 investment. So if you ever see one of these Peruvian cacti at especially like a store that you can get it cheap like at Walmart, I would say grab it. Let me show you some of my upstairs plants now. I have this little corner here with more plants, and this is wow, got some browning here, but this one was always getting browning before I left. Anyway, this is Sordorai philodendron, and it's like I'll get a new leaf, it looks great, and then it starts getting browning in the edges, and I'm taking care of it the same way I'm taking care of my other philodendrons that I have right beside it, like the Pasta Sanum right here beside it. And this one is looking great. She is so happy. So happy. Not huge leaves, but fine. This one though, And then my Monstera Siltipicana, this is one I've had for a long time. I got it from Steve's Leaves. I did a video. And it's still looking good. There's a window here beside it, and I think they're happy getting that light. Got this beautiful plant, my Pearls and Jade. She is still alive and happy. So I'm very happy. And I have another one on the other side of this. Manjula. Pothos, gorgeous leaves. Look at that. We have a little bit of yellowing, but not too bad. That leaf seems a little burnt, but not bad. So I'll trim some of that. My Raven CZ, there's a new little growth. This one's been so slow at growing. Before I left, I repotted it, gave it fresh soil, but it looks gorgeous. It doesn't die, so it's okay. I'm not going to complain. It's a very beautifully aesthetic plant that just helps decorate. So nice. And I do have here Chinese money plant, and it does have a little bit of yellowing leaves here on the bottom because it's in such a small pot. It's grown so much. I got this from Aldi's, and I need to repot it, and I haven't yet. So I think it feels dry. But overall, it's happy, so I'm happy too. Yay! So, as you can see, I am so happy and relieved. I was so nervous. I really missed my plants. I wanted to see them, but I was so nervous that I was going to lose a lot of them, because not only are they money, but they're also, you know, plants that you have a history, you spend time with them, you've dedicated part of your life to them. So, you know, it's not that easy to just replace them. And it actually was a pretty cool experience to see a 3-month span, and I can appreciate the growth of many of them. So yeah, I have over 200 houseplants. I want to say right now easily 250 plants, and I've maybe losing, I don't know what, I don't know, that linear areas looks a little but if I can propagate, then I can still save my plants. So I'm very thankful to my friends, Zenia and Lupita, you guys and your family that cooperated. Thank you so much for being a true friend. And I think you can definitely own over 200 plants, because you've done such a wonderful job that you can do it yourself too. So again, to repeat, what I told them to do is just basically, I would have one come in a week, every week and a half, either one or the other would come to water the plants. And I took a little risk because I was worried about the smaller pots drying out very quickly. Those are the ones that were a little riskier, because the smaller the pot, the quicker it dries. But no, they're fine. I didn't really lose any of the small plants. And the bigger ones definitely are fine waiting a week and a half. So that's kind of, you know, something to kind of, you guys also to know, if you have houseplants, overwatering is the #1 killer. And I stress that to my friends, you know, don't overwater, measure it. And if it was somewhere where it was going to catch the water, to kind of just do a lighter watering, at least while they were taking care of them. When I'm here, ideally is I water my plants. Let me give you an example. Ideally, this one needs water. I water my plants, let it sit for about an hour or so, and then I would come and check, and if there's any excess water, is throw it out. Because we don't want it to sit on the excess water. So that's ideally the best way to water plants. Once you have a little hang of it, you kind of have an idea how much water it's going to absorb, and sometimes, you know, you can kind of eyeball it, but it's a little more dangerous. This one didn't fare that well. I notice it's very dry right now. I think this was an underwatering issue. This one's, you know, every plant's different and how often they need water. But overall, they're great. I'm very happy, and thank you for following me in my plant journey. I will keep posting videos on how I take care of my plants, how I decorate my house with plants, and where maybe I find a lot of the plants that I have. And I'm always looking for the good prices, and I just love seeing beautiful plants. And this trip has really taught me that I love plants, because I was happy to come back to my house full of beautiful green plants. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and share it with a friend. Bye.